Hello, friends and bees and friends who are also bees, and welcome to this week's Final Fantasy XIV stream. This week we are going to be doing what I failed to do last week, and unlock and get started on the latest section of the Bosha storyline. As per usual for recent streams, I'm hoping to keep going to 11, but there's a good chance I will stop early, either because I'm tired or more likely because I am dying of how warm it is in Seattle today. My room gets approximately no circulation, so I'm extremely warm and dying, so we'll see how long I can go for. But let's swap over to the gameplay and make sure that Pretzel has paused. It has, and run down towards where it says that I put behind on the quest, because I still have 9 of these to go. Speaking of which, apparently the storyline takes you from level 15 to level 25. I am I'm about level 16, about halfway to level 17 on this side, so I'm not sure. There may be the stream, quite a bit of the stream may be just me running Delirium Reginae over and over again to also get the latest part of the relic. I'm not sure yet. Also, if you hear any background noise, it's because I've got my fan turned up to full and it's currently rotating in between cooling me down and cooling my PC down. Because normally when I stream I would have it pointed straight at my PC to help like keep it cool. If I do that, I personally will die, so. Alright, slowly but surely, toodle our way over here, see what the friends have to say. Even with Save the Queen, Lucia never stood a chance against you. Sorry, something's in my eye. Did you need something? Save the Queen is possessed of a terrible power, and under normal circumstances I would not hesitate to recommend destroying such a relic. Considering its profound significance to the people of Bosha, however, we've decided instead to find a way to seal its powers. I'll be consulting the studium in the hopes of expediting our search for a suitable ward. Once we're certain of its safety, it will be returned here that it may continue to serve as a symbol of hope for the people. Good luck getting the studium to do anything. Ever. Imperial reinforcements we've dreaded for so long have arrived at last, though it remains to be seen why they yet refuse to speak. If it is true that the 4th Legion has cut ties with Garlemald, this will quite likely be their last attempt to drive us out. Failure is not an option. We must ready our defences and petition our Far Eastern allies for additional aid if possible. I have no doubt that our next battle will decide the fate of Bosha. Let's do it. We have at last determined the whereabouts of the 4th Legion's remaining installation here in Bosha. Our scouts reported sightings of their forces rallying at Zadnor to the north, which seems to indicate that Castrum Marcus Littorae has been abandoned. We deployed our vanguard to advance on the enemy stronghold, but the way is barred by a fleet of warships. Now that Queen Gunhilda no longer poses a threat, Jen intends to deploy the troops previously held in reserve. We will be joining them in Zadnor shortly. Our first port of call is Camp Raidness. When you are ready, Sheriff will escort you there. Let's do it. Let's also wave at Vanny and pick this up. Because you never know when you'll need it. Okay. Let's go. God, my computer's already like yelling. So now, okay. Take me to Zadnor. Let's a go-go. This place is very spooky. Gives me big moon vibes, as in the moon that we are eventually going to travel to. Okay, Basiljan. The tea. As it were. Fuck. No, come back. Almost lost my water bottle cap, which would have been a disaster. It's not water, but you know. Thank you for coming. I understand that this is your first time in Zadnor, yes? Even before the 4th Legion relocated here from Castrum, it was hardly the most hospitable of places. To see it now, one can scarcely believe it was once a rich and fertile land. Sadly, it was not spared the ravages of the 4th Umbral Calamity. In the wake of the disaster, the plateau became rich in earth-aspected crystals. Miners were quick to seize the opportunity, and they quickly exhausted the supply of this valuable resource. As the settlers had no other reason to continue living in such harsh environs, the region eventually became uninhabited. Until the Imperials decided to establish an outpost here. Just when we thought ourselves prepared for the next assault, they issued in a fleet of ships from Damascus led by the Dariada. It has yet to move since dropping anchor. There is no denying the strategical advantage of their new position, but we are not yet convinced it is fit to serve as a new base of operations. Regardless, rather than speculate over the Imperial schemes, we must take decisive action. Now is the time to deliver the final blow to the 4th Legion. If we are to succeed, we will first need to deal with the warships stymieing our attempts to advance. Well, it's a good thing you have us to help with that. A collection of friends. See those floating rock formations? One might think them the result of the 4th Umbral Calamity, but they were actually caused by the Boja incident. When Dalamed struck the citadel, vast quantities of energy permeated the site, likely carried to every corner of Boja via ether currents. Certain regions were affected more severely than others, and, well, the results are self-explanatory. My shoulder hurts. Why? Thankfully, we've managed to tap in the energy to erect a barrier to protect from aerial strikes, much like Sayu's wall. Bubble. It's like a giant healer bubble. As you can see, the barrier only extends to the boundaries of this encampment, but it should keep us safe for the time being. Words can ill express my gratitude to Sid for all he has done for us. Can't take all the credit. This wouldn't have been possible without the equipment supplied to us by the Damascan resistance. What's more, the idea to use the land's residual energy came from Neilshire, one of my newest engineers. So you see, it was a collaborative effort. I love her so much. Neilshire's my favourite. But as you said, the barrier can only cover so much ground. If the Dariada decides to do more than loom ominously in the distance, our troops on the front line won't stand a chance. I constantly misread it as Dalradia until just now, knowing it were a matter of combating their fleet with one of our own. As things stand, the Eastern Alliance is in no position to lend us any of their ships, and the Boshians have next to none in the first place. We may not have a fleet, but we do have an abundance of residual ether at our disposal. If only there was someone who could help us. Perhaps a world-class engineer and master of innovation, or some such. And pray tell, where might we find one of those? Point taken. After all, I can't have newcomers like you stealing my thunder. I'll see if I can turn that idea of yours into a workable solution. I love Lilja so much. She's my favourite. We would be lost without the aid of the Garland Ironworks and the Eastern Alliance. Their goodwill must be repaid with naught less than victory. Oh god, I need a tissue. Hang on. Oh. Pardon me, goodness. Okay. For some reason people in Say Chat are doing their funky thing, but there we go. By the sounds of it, the Ironworks solution to protecting the resistance outpost is not without its difficulties. That said, I have every confidence they'll find a solution. Now that you're here, we've a favour to ask of you. I volunteered to do it myself, but a certain someone insisted I stay put. Your enthusiasm is appreciated, but I'd rather go myself than put any of my workers in harm's way. Besides, this is no job for an engineer. Long story short, the resistance means to advance on the enemy's position, and to do that, they'll need protection. We aim to erect additional barriers each outpost they establish along the route to the 4th Legion's base of operations. The trouble is, the residual ether alone may not be enough, so we plan to divert the currents further afield. Though the theory is sound enough, we haven't had a chance to put it into practice. This is where we were hoping you might be able to help. We need you to take the prototype device and activate it at a certain location. Phone is saying, did you know that you're live? Also, Loma Faith released a new song. And that location would be in the middle of the battlefield, correct? Why, however did you guess? As before, you need only set the device in place and we can handle the rest. But the technology involved differs somewhat. In terms of what you actually have to do, it's more or less the same as the task you performed on the Southern Front. Think of it as redirecting the streams of ether with a dam. And to that purpose, allow me to introduce our newly patented deflection ether manipulator, or DAM for short. A little friend. Well, questionable naming aside, I can vouch for its workmanship. All that remains is to put it through its paces. Though I'm loath to ask you to bear this burden, our greatest chance of success lies with you. Will you make your preparations? We shall attempt to locate a suitable current. As for me, I'd best get back to the workshop. I'll see if there's aught that can be done about the Dariada. I'm not sure if it's like psychosomatic, but it feels like even if my voice isn't necessarily getting deeper, I'm losing access to like the higher registers. Maybe it's psychosomatic, but it's still nice to think. Oh, little shiny, you're my fave. Have you finished your discussion? Might I also suggest speaking with our Secretariat? He has a wealth of information concerning Zadnor, which I'm certain will serve you well. I'm dying. I mentioned recently that I'm extremely warm. Barrier protecting this outpost should hold no problem, but I worry there won't be sufficient stores of energy at the next outpost, even if there is an ether current running through it. Past surveys of the area have shown the currents can sometimes be severed in a way that prevents proper flow of energy. But don't you worry, I'm already hard at work on a solution. Once you set foot beyond the Ironworks barrier, you'll face not only Imperial troops but aerial assaults. Until we find a way to contend with their warships, I beg of you, be careful. If you're sword me, I beg of you. New entries have been added to the field record. We'll expect the story in subsequent quests. Decisions cannot be changed. Will not protect the received reward. History, eh? Eyes emoji. Sorry to have kept you waiting, Maeve. We finally found a suitable location for the Ironworks device. And you'll be pleased to hear the dam's ready to go. Some of our finest work yet, if I do say so myself. I love when I keep saying this, I love when it cuts to your wall and they're expecting there to be like some sort of expression, but because of the mockhead, there's just silence. Once in place, Bastion is asked to redirect the ether currents to the newly secured outpost. I'll mark on your map the location where the device must be set. When you've finished, contact us via this link, pal, and we shall handle the rest. Oh my god, the hiccups and burps from the soda I'm drinking are so real, I'm sorry. I shall pray for your safe return, Maeve. I love Liljas so much. But, like, little emotes are so good. Okay. In that case, let's chat to this dude. Large-scale encounters. Change. Cool. So basically, exactly the same as before. I preferred it at night. Well, let's get going and try not to attract the attention of any beetles. I reckon after one more Delebrum I should be up to... Oh, I'm rank 17. Oh, should be up to rank 18. So... as you can tell, I'm incapable of paying attention to anything ever. Big boys. Big boys. Avoid them. Like that because I'm still like basically tiptoeing around because of not having explored the whole area yet. Christ, I have to remind myself that I'm playing Summoner and not playing Red Mage or Dancer, which is all I've been playing recently because I've been leveling those. Wow, 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 wow. Been on the phone. The DAM is ready, Maeve. TAM is ready. Readying transmission protocols now. Bye forever. All systems appear to be normal. Can you confirm that the dam has burrowed into the ground? Sure has. Then everything is as it should be. You're free to return to camp. Okay, but like, what if I want to... No, I can't, because it'll tell me I'm not leveled up enough yet. Fine. Back to camp it is. Ooh, wonder if how quickly that fate will go. God, it's hurtful, like, walking when I'm so used to being able to run. Ah. Or at least, like, walking, you know, going somewhat faster than this. Okay. Somebody in Say Chat asked for a res, but they're in the area I don't have access to. Thank you very much for the resub. It is very much appreciated. How are you? I hope you are doing well. Yes, that's it. Right, let's head back then. Thank you for the resub. Hope you are having a good day. I hope it is mildly cooler where you are than where I am, because I, frankly, am dying. Also, I just realised that I forgot to attune to the Aetheryte Shard, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Nice. Ah, sounds good. I am just straight up melting. Sick. Now have access to camp, wherever the place. Camp M. Camp V even. Jesus, I can't read anymore. Nice. Oh, good luck with that. Welcome back. The dams appear to be working as planned, though it will take some time for the diversion of the ether current to be complete. We will continue to monitor the situation from here. Should the dams be in need of hiccups, fine-tuning, however, we may have to call on you again. Sensors indicate faint traces of ether drifting towards... Yeah, I don't have any AC, unfortunately. All I've got is a stand-up fan that cost me about 15 quid from Target, so... Sensors indicate faint traces of ether drifting towards the designated location, and the energy signature is growing stronger. Before long, we'll have made a brand new current leading straight to the outpost. Babe. Oh no. Put my coat down. It's fine, I'll swap to Ast. And then I can also help heal a W. Screaming cat emoji. Makoto, it's another vision, isn't it? And you saw it too, didn't you? What is it? What did you see? It's nothing, Lilja. Really. Just a dizzy spell is all. I'll be fine after a short rest. Makoto, there's no need to put on a brave face. You said before these visions of yours can't be changed, but that doesn't mean we can't help. That's very kind of you, Lilja, but I promise I'm fine. For now, let's all concentrate on the task at hand. Alright, but if you never need to talk, I'll be right here. I love them. See, you can do better than Sid, Makoto. I understand your concern, truly. But even if we were to tell the others, there's nothing they can do to change what I saw. What we saw. No battle is won without sacrifice, and I've made peace with what is to come. Sure about that? I imagine Moonbreeder was very much the same in her last moments. She never turned her eyes from the truth. The inevitable, no matter how harsh it may be. It is a quality you both share, and one I strive to emulate. Come now, Maeve, let's not assume the worst. After all, we know naught of what happens before or after that brief glimpse into the future. Still, doesn't look healthy. We should have no trouble locating Suitable currents now. Thanks again for your help with the dam. Once the new outpost is secure, you can be certain we'll get to work straight away on erecting a barrier. In the meantime, perhaps you'd be willing to share what you and Makoto saw? On second thought, forget I said anything. Like she said, it's all fine. Let's get back to it, eh? Speaking of getting back to work, I think Bastion was asking after you. Probably wants to talk strategy before the next mission. Should I open my one locksmith that I got from that quest? Lockbox, rather. Astonishing. It's an indigo star. Newly arrived reinforcements from the Far East have already taken to the field. Our debt to them must be paid with no less than victory. Thank you for coming. I wish to speak with you about Misisha, my girlfriend. As you may recall, it was my intention to have her stand trial once the 4th Legion was routed, and Berger's lands made secure. But there are those who demand we make an example of her, and the cries for execution go louder by the day. It is my belief that we must first establish a rule of law, where those convicted of crimes may be given due process. In the case of imperial captives, an exchange of prisoners should be considered a viable alternative. I do not deny that the crime she committed are grave indeed. Yet the fact remains, Misisha was a soldier, working under the orders of Gabranth and the 4th Legion. I am hesitant to carry out so harsh a judgment when it is of her superiors who should be held accountable. But such is the nature of war. Soldiers forced to perform terrible, terrible deeds at the behest of a select few. As commander, I know all too well the weight my orders carry. The day may come that I am made to answer for acts committed in my name. But today it is Misisha who stands accused. Gabranth is yet to be brought before us, and the people demand justice be served, one way or another. Absolutely blame lies with Menenius and Gabranth. Don't you dare kill Misisha or else. When the time comes, I will keep your words in mind. Thank you, Blade Connolly. I think I've got one more quest to me, and then I will have to go grind a bit. Why the furrowed brow? Was it something Basildon said? Sorry, I shouldn't pry. I'll get back to work. Hiccups. Rank 18 or higher? How rude. Well, hang on. Pardon me, Jesus. In that case, you know what, in that case I'm going to leave, and I am going to do a Delibrum or two, because hopefully that will get me up to level 18. Normally I do like fates and stuff, but given that I need to do Delibrum anyway, I may as well, you know? No. I want to talk to Shiras. There we go. Enter Delibrum. There's no repair person here, so I can't repair my gear, but oh well. What top is that? That's the top. It's kind of dumb on Maeve, but I wonder how it would look on a shard. Blue would probably look good. Actually, I don't know, it wouldn't look too... Tummy is... Still reckon it would look good on a shard. Can't believe that Vani is a little Popoto. She is a small... Like just a little Popoto. know why people saying poor ninja and say chat. That looks pretty cool. This is somebody else is a fan of them. Just a little potato. Fanny's gonna tab back in, and I don't know if she has like emotes turned on, but it'll just be like, Maeve pats you. Half an hour later, Maeve Connolly pats you. Okay. Every so often I hear something over my headphones and I have to take them off to check if it's just the fan being loud or if it's my computer threatening to take off. Most of the time it's a combination of both. Hopefully you can't hear the fan noise in the background, but pardon me. Goodness, I really have got the hiccups, etc. from soda I got with my takeaway, because the idea of cooking anything was just too stressful, even basic pasta. So instead I got a takeaway and decided to worry about food later. Remember the other day, also when we ranted Ibram and you were the only healer? It's because the rule here. Okay, well that's good news. We've got at least one other healer. Hopefully somewhere we've got a tank. Yeah, empty. Lost one's holster. Eat. Make essence of the ordained. Have a skirmisher, or the only thing I have is. I don't have anything. Never mind. Okay, good. We've got a fair number of tanks. Now I just have to hope that I don't lag to all hell like I did last time. Also, I have a feeling what you got may have died, but I will fix it after this. Ah, running and yelling. I just noticed that one of our puppies was called Meowster Tyron. Good name. Raid wide. Oof. Ouch, ouch, and oof. Oh no, it's on the puggy who crashed. Ugh. That's non-ideal. It's on gold, right. Always believe in your soul. You got the party now. You're indestructible. Always believe in you, 'cause you are God. Always believe in yourself. You've got the power to know. I'm going to sing that for the rest of the night now, regardless of whether or not it's relevant. It's just a good song. Always believe in your soul. Go on, Mikoto. Don't stand in the middle of the AoE. Someone else can pick that ninja up. There we go. Ow. You do your hardest to avoid an exploding flower, and that's what you get for it. I guess Miasta Tyrant has just gone with the old stay dead mechanic. Please get out of the way. There we go. Beyond gold. Always believe in your soul. I told you. My dog that's fallen off. Whoops. I'm not mentally with it today. As you may be able to tell by my absolutely inane commentary. Brain consumed with like uni stuff. I have one final and 2 projects left to go. And possess the brain cells. Just in general, I don't possess the brain cells. Somebody outside says, hello, I have a large engine and a small dick. Speaking of which, I was in a talk earlier and somebody asked a question, and I can't remember the exact contents of the question. It was a good one, but it did also involve the phrase, what I would call small dick energy, which was extremely good. Fuck, what? Somebody in party chat goes, I can't see, with a red mage No, Mochibolt's not dead, they're just slightly delayed. The red mage, LB, and somebody else in Say Chat just goes, I'm sorry. You know, valid. Oh, this looks good on the guy. I don't know why, I'm not super into that top on a shot, even though I feel like I should be. Oh well. Oh, leggies. It's my message to you all today. Leggies. Very important message. That egg. I can't sit with my legs, like if I sit cross-legged under the desk, my feet wind up directly where the warm air from my PC comes out and it's killing me. This is the worst. Stream finishes at 9 because I'm like, shit, it's too warm, I can't face this, and then just go pass out. Probably won't, but you never know. Yeah, the body is to be picked up. I recognise that Puggy's name. Fuck knows where from, but I do recognise it. Running and yelling and yelling and running. Me at any given time, running and yelling and yelling and running. Nice. I should at some point probably like turn my coins in for something, but unbloody likely. It's my final form. Just a speck of light. Letting other people go in front of me so they can hit the traps. Because we don't unfortunately all have Makoto's hover boots. Oh. Puggy, wait! Sorry if you can hear the noises there at the Slate chat. Yeah, it's the one of the healers suggesting how to, or advising on how to turn off effects so that you can see through LBs a bit better. I feel like I'm not going to have a huge amount to say. Oh well, I suppose I can do the story after this, and I can alternate between story and Delibrum. Probably more interesting that way. It does mean loading in and out, but that's fine. I care about that. You know what would have been great is if I'd actually bothered to like run all the Delibrums to get my required artifacts beforehand. That would be really helpful. Instead of what I'm probably going to wind up doing, which is running a bunch of Delibrums between now and next Tuesday so I can finish off the story. And also so I can start the next stage of the artifacts by next week. I need to do all quests as well, I'm so far behind on them. I have to say, this is completely off topic, I love that these abilities are called Shield Omen and Sword Omen. It's like, oh, it's and sword. Wow. If you hear the say chat ping, the party chat pings, it's because we've got what I would semi-positively describe as a kind of relatively bossy healer. Not in a bad way, just in like it's Tuesday night and nobody has energy way. To be honest, that last message was towards the ninja who keeps dying, so I was not paying attention to see if they were winning, I will be quite honest. Frankly, the idea of me paying attention to anything at this point is nigh unimaginable. Oh yeah, I should turn my light on. That'd be an idea, wouldn't it? Instead of like slowly but surely it getting darker and darker. I'll do it after this fight. I'll do it now while we're getting knocked up, as it were. Whoops. You heard the noise, that was me accidentally knocking my keyboard. I tend to keep my light turned off out of a probably misguided belief that it helps keep the room cooler. It feels like it does, so I tend to keep my light turned off. Also, just generally, I know it's bad for my ears, my eyes rather, but I sort of just how I prefer to vibe. It's my dark inner emo soul coming out. It's like, oh shit. Got to hide in the darkness like a bat. No? Okay. At this point I suspect Meow may be trolling. In which case, I'm not going to waste any of my reses on them. Yeah, it can't be their first time, they're level 25, never mind. They're just being a bitch. Oh, well. Sometimes that's just how it be. I didn't see that time, but the first time around he deliberately ran into an exploding one, so... There we go. Whoops. Don't do what I just did, which is get distracted sending someone a tail and accidentally nearly auto-run directly into the arena. Ah, I don't have my buff. How annoying. Now Meow has made the executive decision to not actually join the fight, so... a bit to him, I guess. This is where I give myself a heart attack by trying to... Fuck me, I almost stood in the death zone there. By trying to cast and do the thing. I know what words are. I know how to speak words. Looks around shiftily. Sometimes I wish this game had anti-comms, so, I mean I don't because that would be horrendously trollish, but like, you know, if somebody was like, or at the very least the ability to like give out multiple comms so that you could not comm one person and they would know and be like, ah shit. Again, I know they wouldn't do it because that's basically bullying 101, but you know, those people that are just trolls are just shitty the whole time through. Sometimes you're just like, hey, maybe this wouldn't be such a bad idea. Nice. Alright, Makoto and your hover boots, don't you tell me about traps on the floor. Open the right window again. Absolutely was not paying attention to all the bodies on the floor there. It's fine. I have to say, I'm so glad these don't normally take like the hour that they used to. Makes life a lot easier. Wait 3 seconds until thingy comes back up. There we go. Me all the time ever. No! My buff. I feel like I should know from that time we did Shiva Unreal which, like, what her various animations are, but I can't remember at that point, at this point. The only thing I remember about Shiva Unreal is my groceries arriving as we were at like 2% and having to run downstairs to grab them, and coming back up and being like, huh, I wasn't even present for us to clear. Flashdance, good name. Actually, you know what, after this dungeon, I'm gonna AFK for just a minute or two. Just briefly. Frankly, the fact that Meow isn't deliberately running into death is shocking and horrifying, quite frankly. I was fully expecting that to happen. Maybe he somehow intercepted me DMing the healer, like, don't waste your mana on him. Bitch, I was out of that. 6 o'clock to... What time's that? Fuck, I fucked that up. reason, I think SE thinks that I'm in the UK still, because I always get my maintenance messages in British time zones, and I'm like, I can't. Like, I think we're back on, it's doing BST, we're back on 8 hours, which means 7, which means it'll be at 11 on the dot. Cool. Gives a bit of time, so. Well, we'll play a fun game called Can I Actually Keep Streaming Until Maintenance, or Will I Die First? Spoke too soon. It's all right here, I suppose. Paying attention to pluggies, more paying attention to my dots and what's actually going on in the fight. I apologise, I really do have no commentary and my brain is emptying. Described it earlier as frying like an egg, which is very true. It's approximately how I feel. Pay attention this time, eh? I want to be on this side. Okay. I don't know who pressed me out, but I shouldn't have done. New Medicus is cute, even if they die every so often. No expectations, no disappointments. My phone tell me. It's an email from my professor answering one of my questions, which is about a textbook that is available on JSTOR. It's just not listed on the uni library. But not answering the other question, which is perhaps the more imminently needed ones. Oh well. Something's going off in Say chat, but I wasn't paying attention because I was looking at my emails instead, so... I think it's talking about one of the two people it appears who are just AFKing. Fine, I'll just sit here and enjoy the music and not worry about it. Somebody in Say chat, literally too hard to push buttons. Don't you know it? No, New Medicus. I gotcha, buddy. Not stand anywhere that I'm currently standing. Instead, run and yell. I did not see that time, but given where Meowth is coming from, it looks like he ran directly into the AoE, so... Pay attention to that next time, actually. Instead of panicking and trying to get to where I'm supposed to go. Ah, it's bridge time. Only 4 honks? Five honks means I recognise that there is a boat incoming, and that one's there is a boat currently going underneath, and I'm going to open the bridge soon. Whoever's on honk duty today must also be suffering from the heat. playing a fun game called Is This Safe or Not? I literally can't tell. Okay, where's Meowster? Over there. Oh well. Anyway, if you're running with Meowster Tyrant, just let him be dead. He loves the floor so much he can stay on it, etc. No, but well, yes, this is safe. I think. Yes. Someone's got the dead plug next to me. Ah, Meowster Tyrant's actually in the right one. Astonishing. Double shit. Ugh. Untangle self from headphone cable. Don't let the ninja LB, he'll probably do it wrong. Swift ass for a couple minutes. Ooh. Fuck it. I'm going to LB then. At least I get to enjoy my cool dragon wings for a bit. I fucked up and I'm going to die, but that's okay. you to everyone but that ninja. Unless it literally was their first time, in which case still, not thank you. That was very obnoxious. Right, let's go hand this in. Set him down, 8 to go. Pick up. And let's get back into Zadnor. Where I AFK just for a second. That's alarming. Sorry, I've been dying to say that for hours. Because it's so surreal. That is very surreal, yeah. That's something, I suppose. I just realised I forgot to mute myself when my AFK'd, which meant you may have all got to hear my flatmate story about finding a vending machine full of milk. Whoops. Anyway, sorry about that. Where's the person to whom... It has to be over there, hiding in a corner. That's the commander. There we go. And the beef torch. Ugh. 1.5 million. Really? Cries. Nope, you're not the person I want to talk to, Resistance Locksmith. You're the person I want to talk to. I apologise, by the way, if you get more outside, like, traffic noise. It's because I've opened my window up to try and get some fresh air in. No? Lost actions. My god, I'm so done. Walk around an entire circle. Christ. Get my day today, lads. Right. Okay, don't want that. Guess it will grab a veteran. Even though it's one of the few that I can use. that. Fleck out. Put that on. I still need to get rid of 2. Okay. Get rid of stone skin. There we go. Right. Let's do this new quest. Pick up here. Blake Connolly, it's good to see you. As always, news of your contributions to the resistance precedes you. We've just received word that the barrier over our new outpost is complete. At last our front line can finally move forward, and an unattainable feat without your assistance and that of the Ironworks. If you're ready, I've been asked to escort you to our newest encampment. I'd strongly advise you to attune to the ether right here if you have yet to do so. Now, if you'll follow me, the camp is due west of here. Got it. Let's go. I'm going to grab this guy because it's more appropriate to my my current glamour. I am at the point where I am color coordinating my mounts and my glamours, because why the hell not, you know? If this fate's still going when I get there, I'm gonna do it. It's another boat coming through, by the way. I don't necessarily want, I don't know if like running, I feel like doing different fates would probably be more interesting, but just at the moment, running to Lubrum is probably more effective. Anyone else running this? Not that I can see, but that hasn't stopped me before and it won't stop me now. Oh, there are a few people. Cool, that's something. Yep. Did you know? Were you aware of the fact that bridge and a boat I want to wear a boat. It's my solemn duty to make you wear a boat. Nice. I reckon like 3 more should do me. CE as well, which I am going to sign up for. This should... Ah! Nice. It's a worrisome sound. Let's see. I'm going to attune to the ether right here if I can. And then hop into that CE. I think is the best way to do it. I have to talk to this guy first. Fine. Absolutely just wasted my time travelling over there, but oh well. Professor Biscuits. And Shrine Maiden, that's a good name. Lots of good names today. Overhaul. I was trying to dote on the warrior, but I don't seem to be able to select them. It's mob time, lads. Oh no, not hash browns. Jesus. I wasn't prepared for hash browns. We do have one healer, that's good. Running and yelling. Phew, there we go. Oh, I just unlocked a kindness to strangers. Not the one that I'm after, but... Once I get that one, I'll change my name to Good Samaritan for like a week and then swap back to Living Memory for the in-characterness. Oh, shit the bed. Oh, Jesus. Well, mistakes were made. Times. I'm after the big boy. 200 times. Please don't pay attention to how much I have fucked up my rotation. I know the answer is a lot. Gosh, 400,000? Like, 2 more of those and I'll be sorted. Sick. I didn't get picked for that because I died once. Even if I had, I would not want to do it, to be honest. I would absolutely leave. Ah, bad news, bees. My soda is definitely warm. Do I go put it in the fridge for a bit, or... What I will do is get absolutely and completely lost. That's always fun, you know? Right, you know what, I'm just gonna leg it through these downwells, I think. Look, I was like, if I just really skirt the edges, I'll be fine. I was wrong. Enjoy the dramatic music as I run away. You'll find all the essential facilities are in place, including an aetherite for ease of travel. Basildon intends to seize yet another outpost as we continue to push the front line forward. Of course, this will likely require more work securing ether currents to power yet another protective barrier. Even so, with you here to aid us, I have faith that the resistance will prevail in the end. Hiccups. Next quest can be accepted once you are level 20. In like sneezing distance of 19, so. It's tuned to this. You know what I'm gonna do? Explore here. Well, I see if any CEs pop up. If there's none, then I will leave and run another Delibram. Oh, it's a big boy. I should be careful about where I'm going. Nice, I can get over here. I wonder if I'll make it to that fate in time. People? Yes, there's one person. Cool. Guess about the Fourth Legion. Xylet has obtained sacred relic, trusting its powers to his demented will and sowing chaos across Zadnor. Bring an end to the Puppet Master's reign. I have... Nice. The head of the snake yet lives. The Puppet Master, he calls himself. My god. Lucky that is the name is close enough to the surname of Van Isolde that I was like, ah? Also, what the fuck? Say it once more. What the fuck? That's the next zone. Okay, well, where's a safe spot to hang out while I wait for fates? Probably nowhere. Pop in. There we go. another Aster. The other day I ran with an Aster Morgan, which was like a weird combination of fake Ostacat and fake me. Definitely got me. Had me a little bit confused. This is Brill's evil twin. Sorry, I got distracted there looking at a message from the mods in Discord, but it was just them saying that everyone has now got stages, which is cool. Fourth Legion's Beastmasters have a penchant for collecting the most fearsome creatures known to the realm, and now they've unleashed their prize catch from the vermin to turn back the resistance. Ah, I see. It's nasty. That's nasty. Pause. I'm a fool, a bitch idiot. Vibes I'm getting right now are not great, but that's okay. No? Nice. Level up. Expand. Join that. Turn until that opens up. Go level up. Okay. There you are. Proof of metal. 419. Get. More items. Okay, hang on, let me do these first. White curtain, sure is a name. Re-raise, oh, nice. 5.5 million. Fine. Everything's fine. Oh shit, sorry. Actually, okay. Sorry, I'm looking at my uni emails. Intestinal happiness. What a name. Goodness. They may be my favorite person in this entire game. Okay, hang on. Earring. Where do I get one of those? Clunky salvager. Oh, and or from a. Makes more sense. From an achievement. So its death is a small price to pay to bring to ruin the enemies. Price they pay quite willingly to summon forth the dread spirit Shahemazai. Shahemazai, rather. Fuck. Well. Oh no, intestinal happiness is dead too. I'm going to not be there. Oh Jesus. Corpses in this economy? A shit ton of damage from deadly toxin and died. Which is non-ideal. And I got something stuck in my eye, which is also non-ideal. Do I have to like heal myself up to full to avoid that doom? Run into a specific zone? That's fate. Let's see. Doing another DR would be expedient. I will see where we are at the end of this fight, I think. Ah. Is now helping everyone with the mobs that they dragged to this area. Okay. Well, I think I am going to go run another Delubrum or two, get up to level 20. I can do that, and then I run Delubrums during the next week. Use these before I do anything else. GT. Collection field records. Here we go. Kosyu. Raised in a remote village in northern Nansha, this capable warrior of the Nanshan resistance is one of the few rugged and native to the region. His true name is difficult to pronounce for those not of his clan, so his comrades in the resistance have given him the nickname Kosyu, which means tiger whiskers in the more common dialect. His thick accent paired with his habit of mumbling means he's often misunderstood, and as a result, he does not make friends easily. However, his skill with an axe is without question, and the decision to send him to the Boshan front line was met with unanimous approval. His experience with the Empire began when the invasion of Nansha reached Bunhai, his home. Kosyu was only 8 years old when most of his kin were killed, and together with the other survivors, he fled the village and became a refugee. As the Imperials advanced, they were forced farther and further southward, and they were met with many hardships on the journey. Kosyu's younger sister by 3 summers was claimed by sickness, and he had no choice but to bury her himself. He swore in her grave he would never shed another tear, and from that day forth devoted himself to the resistance. Although he initially struggled to fit in due to his manner of speaking, it quickly became apparent to those around him that he not only excelled in the martial arts, but also had an aptitude for academic pursuits. His life would take another dramatic turn 1 year before Nansha finally lost its war with the Empire. Kosyu was patrolling the jungle when he encountered a mother and daughter, emaciated from hunger and exhaustion. The woman used her dying breath to speak of tragedy that had befallen... to speak the tragedy that had befallen the village of Dagluk. Traumatized by the passing of her mother and the barbaric scene she'd witnessed, the young girl could not utter a single word. Her name was Etori, though it would be some time before Kosyu would learn this. She bore a strange resemblance to his deceased sister, and he soon found himself caring for her as though she were his own flesh and blood. Eventually, the pair grew to become 2 of Nansha's resistance's most valued warriors, and they fought bravely in the Battle of the Castrum Veride, their achievements earning the acclaim of their comrades. When the Eastern Alliance was asked to send reinforcements to aid the Boshan resistance, Kosyu and Etori were quick to volunteer, and their requests were immediately accepted. Their devotion to liberating others from imperial oppression knows no bounds, and whether it be fighting for the home or for allies in a distant land, they will fight to the last. Oboro Toroi. Shinobi Odoma, Oboro was one of the contingents sent by the Eastern Alliance to aid in the battle against the 4th Legion. Though his homeland was already under the imperial yoke at the time of his birth, Oboro was raised in a secluded village where he was instructed in the art of ninjutsu by Master Gekkai. Blessed with equal measures of innate talent and dogged determination, he quickly rose through the ranks and was awarded the title of Jonin, given only to the most skilled shinobi. When Lord Cayenne led his rebellion, Oberoi fought proudly at his side. After a hard-fought battle, they succeeded in taking back Domer Castle, and it seemed for a fleeting moment that Domer's liberation had been won. Victory, however, proved as ephemeral as bubbles in the sea, owing in part to the machinations of fellow shinobi who had already defected to the Empire, providing them with vital intelligence from the shadows. Before long, Xenos' 12th Legion was upon them, and Lord Cayenne's revolt mercilessly crushed. Oboro survived the battle and, upon returning home, was tasked with a new mission by the village elders. He was to make for Eorzea and pursue the traitor who had betrayed his homeland. So it was that Oboro came to practice the art of shinobi in a new land, ready to return at a moment's notice should his homeland require his skills. And return he did when he, son of Lord Cayenne, led his own revolt, playing a vital role in the infiltration of the Darien Moongates. This time, Oboro has been summoned by Lord Hien once more, to provide invaluable support for the Belgian resistance as a key member of the Eastern Alliance. Oboro is a serious-minded youth with a strong sense of justice, so serious, in fact, that he often comes off as rigid and inflexible. At the same time, he's passionate about defending others, and would sooner throw his own life away than putting others in danger, an almost reckless courage that is one of no small number of admirers amongst his fellow shinobi. This all-consuming devotion to his duty, however, has left Oboro less adept at dealing with interpersonal relationships and everyday affairs. Though he's of more than marriageable age, he appears completely at loss as to what steps he might be required to go about finding a woman to take as his bride. The following is a sworn testimony of Shinobu who insisted on anonymity, but has accompanied Oboro on multiple forays to the Eorzea. The elders have also often suggested that it would be easiest if Oboro was simply allowed a matchmaker to set him up with a suitable bride. As a Jolian, needless to say, tradition dictates that he is bound by duty to father children and raise them to be great shinobi in their own right, a duty which Oboro has no intention of neglecting. And yet it would seem his exposure to Eorzean customs and lifestyles has coloured his thinking somewhat, and recently he's expressed a certain yearning to experience romantic love. You did not hear this from me, of course, but I've even seen him toting about a book on how to win fair sex. Whether he acquired it of his own devices or received it as a gift from a certain roguish acquaintance of his, wink, I cannot say. Nice. Right. Having done that, let us sign up for an Delebrum. Let's open our lockboxes. Indigo Star. Oh. It's a extremely pretty axe, which I will never wield on this guy. And I can't. Whoops, I can hit the wrong button. I can't, words are difficult. Can't give it to my alt who, is physical defense, maximum HP. I'm gonna use this up. I will now grab Lost Stone Skin. We'll do one more of these. It's 10 o'clock. I don't want to do 2 of these because I do want to get the level 20 quest done, so we'll see. I did not see who pulled, but I'm guessing it wasn't the tank. I was out of that. You all saw that. I was absolutely not in that. Unfortunately, now that we're back in Delebrum, I'm back to having, like, nothing to say. That's fine. I doubt this is going to take me up to 20, but we'll see. It may get me close enough that I can load back into Zadnor and do like a couple of Fates and CEs. Always believe in your soul. Mango lemonade sounds pretty good right about now, actually. Oh yes, I did just make exactly the same joke I made about an hour ago when I was running this before. And that's slow flying airplane time, I apologise. Ah, shit, not quite out of exploding flower range, alas. There we go. Sorry, dude. I was trying to move it out of the way. Sad now. Here we go. Us. Not get lost. Ow. Halfway towards kindness of strangers. Ah, running. No, I already used sprint. Never mind. That wasn't fair. This is a good knockback in the zone, I think, I hope. Yep. More running and yelling, but this time in a circle. No. That feel when you are just straight up vibing. When you get an AoE dropped in your head, followed by the boss running literally into you. Extremely rude. I have become orb. This MP. Be really good for stuff like this, I guess. Machina says, I'll be sure to swap to Red Mage and overwrite you next time around Flare Stars. Just cool. There we go. You know how recently it was that I learned half the mechanics for this fight? The answer is very recently. When I did this for the first time, half of the stuff I wound up just going where everyone else goes. Sorry. I was just going where everyone else goes. So I never learnt half the mechanics, I just learnt to follow other people. Which is, great technique. Insert sarcasm here. Whoops. Apologies for the frame drops, I believe I may have clicked out of the window. Yes, I did. These three do not, so far, knock on wood, have 1+ dicks who are either trolling or just deciding they can't be asked to actually play along with the rest of us. I really hope I'm not leading a bunch of puppies wrong by standing here. Nice. It's a terror I felt deep in my soul, and I thought, oh shit, am I fucking up? Is everyone following me because they think I'm the puggy who knows where I'm going? Someone must be more devious than I am. Fuck. Size that himself. Ah, no! Ass and tits and ass. That's what I have to say to that. I really want to do the level 20 quest, but I'm kind of also like, am I at my limit? I'm gonna see how I feel when I finished this DR and see also how close I am to level 20. God, I saw someone near me get hit by a "you got touched by that" stack, and I had this moment of terror where I was like, no, I was definitely out of it, right? Every time I do this when I'm in Firebird successfully and don't eat shit and die immediately, I'm always terrified. Just in general. Nice. Man, that deeps is good deeps, lads. Just running headlong away from all the various corpses. That's someone else's problem. Everyone runs past my body. I've not been paying attention to when the other summoner is hitting devotion, I have to say. Three of them. Frankly, at the moment, I would love for my body temperature to drop to 1 level before below normal. Sounds ideal. Recognised her bow that time. Paying attention. Putting dots on. Buffing before I go into Firebird. Not too hot, that's what I want. There we go. Like you lied to me. I do keep thinking about how nice mango lemonade sounds right now. Too cold. Go over here. Nice. Definitely misread that as the Wraith of Bosha, despite having done this fight how many times now? Maybe I should have gone into the helmet. Oh, it's too late now. Here we go. Gosh, I love the a story for those guys. And I say love very conditionally, like, it's horrifying, but it's also a great example of, like, really good, mildly, and by mildly I mean very horrifying storytelling. Do we have any watching cutscenes? Phew. Apologies for the engine noise outside. I'm a fool, I'm an idiot, and an idiot and a fool. I love this fight. I love this music. I love the seizure. Should be safe. Yeah, there we go. This is another one of those where I never learned the actual mechanic, I just followed everyone else until very recently, when Oster explained it. The danger of the, I'll just follow what everyone else does technique. Sometimes you don't actually learn the thing that you're trying to learn. Okay, I'm good here. No, come back. My firebird. Summon the summoner, my Bahamut or my firebird. Actually, let me do this just in case. Please stop. I hate that it stuns you after that. I get that it stuns you to stop you like messing up and then running out, but still. I'll just hang out here in the middle and hope. Yep, but... phone is saying... fuck. Was not paying attention to the knockback. Was distracted by my phone buzzing. Gosh, I am just sleepy. Safe. No, I don't need to do this, but it's the last boss, so why not, you know? I probably need like another one of these to get there, but I don't have the strength, so let's just go back into Zadnor. You know? I see the happenings, try and get up to 20. And if I don't get up to 20, then... oh well. Oh, there's a feat. It's at 0%, right. I'm gonna go off and do that one straight away. Detachment of one Arcana is descended, seemingly for the purpose of gathering vital intelligence. Guardians may employ against resistance foes. Nice. Okay. Comfort magic armor, I see. Next time we cross blades on the battlefield. What percentage is that at? 45. Oh, I'm probably not going to make it. Oh well. I'll get to the next zone though, and see where we're at in terms of fates. Maybe a CE will pop. I'm lucky. Ah, no, don't aggro onto me. Running and yelling. Sick, this is the Gilbrist's Forbidden Arts. Ooh, hopefully if this is popping actually it means a chain will pop. Do love the music here. Apologies for the extremely loud noise there. Hey, in blood! Yes. God, where's the person I handed to? Over here, Jesus. Oh, that's not party members. Looks like I'm about to die. I will pop into there. Or components. You know what? Fuck it. Bye. Hopefully I get some degree of participation for that. My god, I'm so just straight up warm at this point. Cursed. Lost a bit on how warm my glass of water that I got several hours ago is. That's right, it's solidly lukewarm. Actually, this one might pop me over to 20, I'm not sure. Bicycle skeleton. Very pretty frog. Right, standing here with everyone else. Good. I was like, if I died that time when I was standing literally next to everyone, I would be extremely pissed. I got pinged in the gold stacked, but it's not kill him, so better than nothing. Nice. My god, that's unfair. I'm so fucking close. What, 7,000 away? Fuck me. Well, okay. I think I had some random here. Oh, don't kill the aggro onto me. Cannot be dealing with that. I will run and yell away from here. No! Stop being aggroed onto me now. So I just want to finish the fate. Nice. Finally, Jesus. Right, let's do this, lads. There we go. New resistance quest is now available. I keep getting stuff for the web room. Let's do this quest, lads! Makoto is ready to send you back out into the field. The Resistance is preparing to secure a new outpost. After an analysis of the area, however, I regret to say there is nowhere near enough residual ether to power the barrier. To make matters worse, its rather awkward location requires us to redirect multiple currents to sustain a sufficient flow of energy. That's where these beauties come in. The deflection ether manipulators, Mark II and Mark III. What sets them apart from the first model, you may ask? Well, apart from the name, not a lot, but they are newer, if that counts for anything. If we wish you could go with you, I fear we would only slow you down. Please, be safe out there. Absolutely not. Have you met me? Physically incapable of being safe. Go hand these in and maybe I'll be allowed into the next zone. Actually... Okay, right, I was gonna say I'm really close. I had to stare very intensely at these numbers, these ones, to work out that it was, the game doesn't pick up my mouse. Whoops, never mind. I stared very intently at those numbers to work out that it was 8,000. Right. Let's do this carefully, if I can do such a thing. Physically capable of doing such a thing. Always want to just go banana phone. Reach location Ness, Reading transmission protocols. Because it goes red, I always think something's gone wrong. As it burrowed into the ground. Stay vigilant. There's no telling when you may encounter Imperial forces. If that's not suspicious, I don't know what is. Risky. So that is 6.2, 7.2, 8.2, 2.4. 2.4 million. Okay. Which 600. I just ran Delubrums, that'd be about 4 Delubrums. Which I'll probably do before next week, if I hopefully, just to get up to level 25 and also to finish this, so that I can actually open the next round of resistance weapon quests. Speaking of Imperials, emergency maintenance will begin in just a minute, or 10 rather. Okay. No. Oh, I'd missed the dialogue there. Check it in a second. Dam appears to be fully operational. How are things there? Return to the outpost and we shall handle the rest. Okay, the bit of dialogue that I missed is, they didn't get the better of you, did they? Nah, I suppose you wouldn't really be contacting me if they did. I must really learn not to jump to conclusions. Oh my god. I, once again, a fool and an idiot, and a fool. Do I want to do this? No. With the fact that it's almost maintenance, I'm not going to. I'm going to head back and try and finish off these quests. By just fucking hoofing it. Oh, this place is massive. Like, it's nice, but it's also kind of a ball ache when you're like, please, I just want to get back to, yeah, Zone 1, but my return spell is still in use. Or it's still on cooldown, rather. I know how words work. I do appreciate that they are currently carpet bombing an area full of their own people. Oh well, I suppose nobody ever said the Guardians were smart. Whoops, nope, this is the way I go up. Apologies for the engine noise outside. Go back to Camp V. And to Mikoto. Welcome back. Our sensors detect steady streams of ether flowing towards the site of the new outpost. Now it is up to the Resistance to drive away the Imperials. Once they have, a substantial confluence of energy should be enough to power a new barrier. Well, everything seems to be under control here, so I'd better get going. Alright, Mikoto's gathered some promising data to help the Chief deal with the Dariada. Pertains to my findings on the inner workings of crystal foci. I believe it may be of use to him. Chief said he'd be heading back to Dome after finishing maintenance on Seryu's wall. Rather than drag him all the way back here, it seems quicker if I take the data to him myself. But don't worry, I'll be back before you know it. You better be, for Mikoto's sake. Makoto, is there anything else you'd like me to pass on to Sid? It's not good to keep your emotions bottled up like that, you know? Why don't you tell him how you feel? That's wholly and utterly unprofessional. I would never. You would never. And even if we did, this is neither the time nor the place to discuss such matters. I think it is. I've seen far too many people live to regret words left unspoken. Just think on it, will you? And try not to miss me while I'm away. Is there any chance you could forget that entire conversation? No. I was only joking, but thank you for trying. To tell the truth, since entering the studio, my life has had but one singular purpose: the pursuit of knowledge. Yet for all my research and scholarly works, I never learned what it truly means to live. At least that's what Mom Breeder would tell me. She'd often admonish me, always insisting I spend time with other students, to at the very least step away from my dusty tones for some fresh air. Perhaps she hoped I might find someone I cherished more than my books, though sadly she never had the chance to see it. Sid is truly a remarkable man, and I'll not deny our shared interest in the sciences. During the short time we've worked together, we've become good friends. And as his friend, I understand the great burden on his mind. Even now, he struggles to break free from his ties to the Empire and his father's terrible legacy. Which is why I wish to do all within my power to support him. As a friend, mind you. My feelings towards Sid are similar to those I felt for Mom Breeder: respect and admiration. As much as I hate to disappoint Nilja, that is the way of things. So please, don't read too deeply into it. Master Geralt, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be paying the visit to Sid and Doma? Nothing to be embarrassed about, lass. All romances have to start somewhere, and I agree, the two of you make a good match. But you need to act quick. Even I can see the man's fine glass of ale, and I reckon it won't be long before some pretty thing snatches him up to take a swig. Poor Mikoto. Yoshi-P, please don't kick me out before I get a chance to hand in this quest. Oh, never mind. Spent too much time in Prey recently. I'm expecting Gaius to start prattling away at me soon. Well, is it ready? The modifications will require more time. Can't be serious. Been ages since the damn thing was excavated. Have the engineers been sitting around with their thumbs up their asses all this time? Far from it. Given that this is unexplored territory, we must proceed with caution. Tell that to the resistance leaders a stone's throw from our bloody front door. Won't be long before they tear it down. Why not withdraw back to Dalmasca? Surely they can finish their modifications on the way back. You would abandon everything we've labelled for here in Bercia? And that is not always Dantalius. Surely you've not forgotten the events of Castra Meridiana. I only know what I've heard, that Gaius' pet ended up biting the hand that fed it before it turning the place upside down. Not quite the wording used in the reports, but accurate enough. Knowing his plans would soon be thwarted, he deployed an anti-icon war machina in a final attempt to drive back Yoi's own forces. He could not contain its power, and because of his hubris, the Castron was wiped off the map. In short, the relics of the Alagans are not to be trifled with. It takes but one mistake for our plans to fall to ruin. And yet Sicinius has seen fit to scurry off to some far-flung hole when he's needed most. This was his scheme, not ours. He should be the one overseeing this. Perhaps you should put this pent-up frustration of yours to use outside. After all, in light of Messie's recent failures, it now falls to us to rout the resistance. Really? You're asking me to go out there? It's about damn time. Somehow I knew you'd relish the opportunity to get your hands dirty. Oh, I assure you, they'll be absolutely filthy by the time I return. I do like Leon. He's a good character. I like that his characterization is basically does not give a shit either way. Seems the Resistance already has their sights set on another potential outpost site. I can only hope they secure their location without heavy losses. Next will be available on reaching rank 22. Right. Let's quickly don't have anything. Okay. Locksmith, what have you got for me? Ooh. Cool. And guild mates that I already have. As the person that I can sell it to, the Resistance Historian. Here they are. Running and yelling, running and yelling. Indigo Star. Right, let's go. So friends, that is going to be that for today. I will be streaming Higurashi wa Neikrai Yoigashi this Thursday. We are going to be going through and getting all the various bad endings. Then on Saturday it will be Near Replicant, where we are going to continue on with the story via, of course, Facade and a bunch of side quests. Then Sunday will be Destiny 2, where we'll be doing the next set of Season of the Splicer stuff, and I just got kicked out, F. Next set of Season of the Splicer stuff, and just generally hanging around. And then next Tuesday will be more Final Fantasy XIV, where we are going to be finishing off the Berger storyline. So I am going to say thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate it, and I do hope that you enjoyed. Do take care of yourselves and be excellent to each other, and I shall see you guys on Thursday.